Hi again, first grade boys and girls. I hope your week is going well. So today we are going to learn about open and closed syllables. We're going to review a little bit. We've talked about it before. And then we're going to write our words on a dry erase board or on a pencil, on a piece of paper. So you'll need a pencil and a piece of paper if you don't have your dry erase board. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how I want you to sort your words. So I hope everyone got to watch those two videos that I posted for Wednesday. Part one was about Y as a vowel that says I, and then part two is about Y as a vowel that says E. So if you haven't watched those videos, go ahead, go watch those videos, and then come back and we're going to talk about those again today. So I just want to start by doing a few vowel teams today, because we haven't done these in a little while. So let's do about 4 or 5 vowel teams. Okay, so you say it after me. And look, this is EY, has Y at the end, and it says E. So EY key, E. OI coin, OI. Let's do OO school, OO. OO school, U. And last one, let's do AU August, all. All right, so let's take a look at our spelling words, and we'll say them together after we look at our poster. Let's look at our poster first. Remember a little poster that I had with Y? It says Y stills the sounds of I and E. So if Y is in a one-syllable word, at the end it says I. And what about if it's a two-syllable word? At the end it says E. All right? So let's look at our words, and then I'm going to show you how we would mark those. All right, so say your words with me. Cry, shy, why, pride, jelly, happy, candy, puppy, angry, empty, crunchy, and fluffy. Okay. So let's first of all talk about open and closed syllables. So if you remember a while back when we first learned about closed syllables, we did some words like the word, let's do bee. Okay. That word has a vowel at the end, and the door is not closed because there's nothing behind the E. But what if we put a T? Now it becomes bet, and that is a closed syllable because it closed the door, and now the vowel says eh, because a closed vowel word has a short vowel sound. Okay, so let's see if we can have another one. Let's do the word hi. Like you're going to say hello, right? Hi. That's an open syllable word because the I says its name and there's nothing closing the door. But what if I put a D? Now it becomes hid and it says it and the door is closed. So that's a closed syllable word. So our words are this week are both open, and some of them are open and closed syllables. So I want you to write the words with me today, and I want you to try to see if you can mark them the way that I mark them. So let's do our first word. Let's do cry. Let's do our first word. So I hear cr, and we know that's what? C-R. Remember we said it's usually a C. And now because it's a one-syllable word, cry, it's going to have a Y. Okay? So we were going to mark our blend the same way we would any other time. We're going to put 2 little lines under there. Okay, because that's why we mark a blend. Y is not going to get abbreviated because it doesn't say a short vowel sound. Y is actually going to get a macron. And sometimes I've seen where they would write the letter I above it in little slashes because that means the sound, but we don't need to do that. That's just a little bit too much. I think the Y, same with the breve, lets us know it's a long vowel. And now, instead of doing a C for closed syllable, because closed starts with C, we're going to scoop it and we're going to put an O under there. What do you think that stands for? Open syllable. That's an open syllable word because this Y is acting like a vowel and the door's not closed. So this is an open syllable word, just like high and B were. Okay, so now let's try the word candy. So I hear K-N, right? We made this word the other day, we spelled it. And then I hear the second syllable D-E, and remember because it's two syllables, it's going to have Y that says E. So let's look at our first syllable, can. If I cover this up, that is a closed syllable word because the door is closed on the A. And that actually is a glued sound, an. I know, it's a little bit tricky when we start marking some of these. But now D is not. It's got the long sound. So it's going to get a macron and it's going to get an O for open syllable because that E says E at the end and there's nothing at the end of that syllable to close it up. So it's an open syllable. Okay, and then let's try another word that's like that. Let's do empty. So let's tap that. E-M-P-T-E, empty. So I'm going to divide that up and let's do one syllable at a time. Let's do emp first. So we have e-m-p. That's my first syllable, and then I hear T. So I know that's going to be T and then Y because the Y says E in that word, right? So now let's mark our first syllable. Our first syllable is emp. Now that doesn't have anything in front of the vowel, but that doesn't matter when making it a closed or an open syllable. It's going to be closed because there's something at the end of that, which is actually another blend, ump. We've talked about that before. And that's going to be a closed syllable word. And the E says empty. So it gets a breathe. And now this one is going to be our open syllable because the E, the Y says E, and that door is not closed. So we would give the Y a macron, and then it would be a scoop with an O for open syllable. Okay? Now let's do one of our suffix words. It's not going to follow that same rule because it's got a vowel, suffix, Y. So let's do fluffy. So we're going to tap the base word, and the base word would be, if you remember, I told you, it would be fluff. So we say fluff, fluffy. So if we're going to write that word, we write what says full. And if I'm going too fast for you, remember, stop the video, catch back up, it's okay. And then I hear and I know since that is I'm going to need bonus letter F because when the vowel says we have to put two F's where it has the short vowel. Okay, and so then I'm going to write suffix Y. Okay, so let's go back and let's mark our base word fluff. So I hear full, and that's a blend. I'm going to put a star on my bonus letter F. My U says and because that is the door's closed on that vowel, that's a closed syllable word. So we would scoop it and put a C for closed. But now this time, I know gets a little tricky. Why is the suffix? And we know we always circle a suffix. Okay, but it says E because this is a two-syllable word. And then we underline the base word fluff. Okay, don't worry, we'll practice this again in our composition books tomorrow. All right, Not going to do a sentence today because I know you already had a video to watch. And so after this, I want you to get a piece of paper to sort your words, kind of like we did the last time. Do you remember whenever we sorted our words that had 2 closed syllables and then the words that had closed syllable, vowel, consonant, E syllable? Well, we're going to do kind of the same thing as that, okay? So you're going to get a piece of paper, make a line down the middle, and on one side you're going to put Y says I, Y says E. Okay, you don't have to worry about the little slashes on the letters. That just means that's the sound that it makes. You can just write an I and put a macron on it. It's okay. Or an E and put a macron on it. And then you're going to sort your words with the ones that say I, and you're going to sort your words with the ones that say E with Y as a vowel. And then even though I know that your 2 words with the suffix Y have E at the end, you could put them there, but I want to see if you know which 2 of those did I tell you had suffix Y. Okay, and so you're going to write them there. All right, so that's what I want you to do for the rest of the time, and I want you to go out and have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.